6 main pieces and 9 smaller ones for this collection. I'll put up on screen what I made over the weekend. Hi, my name's Becky, and if you're new here, I make Suncatchers and Suncatcher DIY kits with video tutorials. I started Veneer Creations in 2017, and since then it has become a full-time successful business. Suncatcher Diaries is where I record everything that goes on in my small business behind the scenes. Good morning and happy Thursday. I am going to be launching my new collection, which you can see one of the main pieces there today. There's only, I think, 6 main pieces, and then I probably have about 8 smaller like crystal Suncatchers, like the small ones where it's just like the crystal. And I'm launching that today on Patreon, so Patreons get like a full day to like purchase first basically, and then I'm doing the full launch tomorrow to everybody. So I'm really like fingers crossed hoping that this collection does well, and I'm gonna film the process of it, everything that I do to launch a new Suncatcher collection. I just wanted to share with you guys that I've made a really big mistake. So I don't know if I've talked to you before about the fact that I am VAT registered, and when you become VAT registered it becomes very expensive, especially if you are around that like 100k a year amount, and you need to kind of get over that hill, if that makes sense, of having to pay the VAT. It's really hard to explain unless you're actually in it yourself, because I still have to pay normal tax, but I also have to pay 20% on everything that I sell in the UK. Thankfully I have lovely customers all around the world, but the ones that are here in the UK, I have to pay that 20% on every single sale that I make. Yeah, so it makes it very expensive, and you may think, oh wow, she's making that much money, but a lot of it does go to the tax man. The last 3 months I've sold a lot in the UK, so I've got a huge VAT bill, so that's like £1,000 VAT bill, but I was aware of that, so that's fine. But for some reason, I thought at the beginning of the year that I paid all my normal tax. And I was just like trying to fill a tax form out the other day for my YouTube. I was filling that out, and I noticed when I signed into my government account that I've only paid half of my tax. So literally from now to the end of January, I need to find all that money. So it's probably it's about 4 grand. Then I've got this grand that I have to pay for VAT, and then I think in January as well I'm going to have to pay another VAT bill, which will probably be a big one if I need to make all this money to actually pay my original VAT. So I've made a bit of a mistake there, and yeah, I don't know if you can relate to this, but for me, like in my late 30s, I do have like massive brain fog and I forget things all the time. But that's like a huge thing to forget. I was just so convinced that I paid all my tax, and I just haven't. So yeah, I am going to be on a bit of a journey to make all this money so I can pay my tax in January. Yeah, so there's a lot going on at the minute. So this is why this particular launch of Suncatchers is really important, because I really need that to pay my tax. I wasn't even sure if I was going to actually share this, but I just thought, I share so much about running a small business, why wouldn't I run the things that can sometimes go wrong? And tax just always seems to bite me in the bum, and I need to learn my lesson. I'm going to be filming some of these. Amazingly, the sunshine has come out today. It must have been meant to be. So I'm going to get a few more pictures of these and videos, and then I'm going to put them up, edit them and put them up on the website. And then I'm going to do my little mini launch with Patreons today, where by the way, they still get 20% off the collection as well. just taken the last pictures for the new collection, edited them, checked all the listings. I think there's about 6 main pieces and maybe like 9 smaller ones. So 6 main pieces and 9 smaller ones for this collection. 2 really big main pieces, 4 slightly smaller ones. And I've named it after I've named the Suncatchers from characters in a famous movie. So I just wonder if people can figure out what movie I've named it from, because it is a classic this time. I've made the collection live to Patreons and I've given them the 20% off to the collection, because I always make sure Patreons have 20% off everything. So I've given the Patreons 20% off and I've given them a whole day, 24 hours, to purchase from the collection before I open it up to the public. So if you are wanting to purchase something from my website, I always think it's worth it just to join my Patreon, even if it's just for a month, while you just buy the item that you want, and then you can always cancel. You don't have to be a member forever. Yeah, I've done that. Fingers crossed I get some sales today, but then tomorrow's the big day. Normally I get a few sales from Patreons, but I get my main sales when I go live to the public. My business isn't the kind of business where I get thousands of people on my website. Doesn't work like that for me. I tend to get maybe 10 on a good one, maybe 30 if I've done really well. I'm not one of these viral businesses where they get hundreds of people on their website when they have a new collection. It doesn't work like that. I can tend to have a smaller collection. Really hoping that this collection does well. I have that unexpected bill that for some strange reason I forgot that I had. I know I'll be alright. My business is in a good position at the moment where things like this, I will be okay, but I have been in positions before in the past where it is stressful and it is hard, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are scared to start their own business because of the taxes and all the extra little things that they just don't teach you in school. Nobody really teaches you these things. But my advice to people like that is you can't be scared of what the government or taxes are going to do to you. Just do your very best to make sure you're being honest and truthful with your taxes. Just make sure the only thing you need to do when you're starting a business is document everything that you're spending and everything that is coming in. That's the only thing you have to do in the beginning. Obviously, made over £1,000 in the UK, or I think if you're in the US, you have to just register straight away. So register and then just be very honest and make sure you're just documenting every single thing you're spending, every single thing that you're bringing in, and just keep all your receipts. That is the only thing that you need to do until you come to filling in your tax return. And don't worry about filling in your tax return. It's not as hard as it sounds, and when you're doing it, you can go and look on Google certain questions, so you make sure you're answering them properly. And there's loads of YouTube videos from actual accountants who tell you how to fill it out. I just wanted to say that because I know there's a lot of people who are scared to start because of taxes. I'm going to make sure that I keep checking in with you guys as I'm making sales, if I make any sales, which please, I hope. October's a funny time for me and I don't normally make a lot of sales, especially on big collections like this. It's one of my quietest months, I'd say. August, September, October, definitely my quietest months, through summer and then into autumn, and then November, December, everything just starts going a bit crazy. And it's a little later in the day now, and I'm just doing some Patreon kits for my Patreons, because some DIY kits are exclusive to Patreons, the ones with the crystals in. And my crystals just came this week. And I've got a new colour as well, which I want to show you guys. I'll show you them crystals in a moment because they're so nice. Just filling out these. I'm not going to lie, the pre-launch, which is obviously the launch to our Patreons, hasn't gone very well. It's hard in Patreon because not everybody gets a notification when I put a post up. When I send an email out, everybody seems to see it. I just hope tomorrow, with obviously my Instagram and all the marketing that I'll do tomorrow, which I'll show you what I'm going to do tomorrow, it'll go much better, because obviously at the minute all I've done is I've posted on Patreon, and everyone who's commented on my Instagram on the new collection, I'll message them and give them the link to the collection so they can see it. And I've named it after something as well. I always like to name each main piece after a character in a book, or I like to name them after special things. Sometimes I name them after fairies or mythical creatures and things, and this time I've named it after the characters in the Chronicles of Narnia, so Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I'm just going to finish these kits. I'm going to show you my new crystals. So this is the new colour, which I'm obsessed. I wanted a golden almost like a orangey gold, like sun colour. And I think the colour that she's done is just so nice. Yeah, I share my wholesalers for crystals on my small business tier on Patreon if you wanted to know where I get them, just in case anybody wants to ask, because I do get a lot of questions on that. The rest of them that have come, so yeah, I just want to get them Patreon kits, them exclusive Patreon kits up as soon as possible, so I'm going to do that now. I've only got a few of the orange. And by the way, how much do I need to tidy my studio? I think I'm going to do, this is my dressing gown, by the way. I did take it off to film, but you know. Hi and happy Friday. It is exactly 12 o'clock right now and I've just sent the email for the collection to everybody. My little ticker is here and I'm hoping that while I'm filming this that it'll go off, because that would be that'd be really nice. So I've sent the email and I always send it to myself as well, so the email's just been sent to everybody on my email list, and then at the end of it I've just put a little reminder that I've still got DIY kits in, and I'm doing the free Suncatcher this weekend, so it's really good to like give some now and then, like especially in the slow months, like October is one of my slow months, to offer like something free now and then. So I make a bunch of like Suncatchers like this and I randomly just put them in everybody's purchases. So like these are different ones, some of them are quite small, some of them are bigger, and I'll just randomly put them in people's orders when I do the free Suncatcher. So yeah, I've sent the email, so that's gone through. Now I need to do a post on Instagram, a post on TikTok. I should probably do a post on YouTube now because I'm on YouTube so much. So I'm going to do it on my Linktree now. I need to just put it back up, because what I do is I take off that collection, so the collection for like my new Suncatchers, I take it off my Linktree so nobody can get it, because it's like exclusive to Patreons for 24 hours. I put it back on the Friday, so I'm going to do that now. Message like everybody who's commented on my So Stunning, I want one, can we buy these, where do we buy these? So all the people that have kind of like asked questions like that, I'm going to send them the direct link now to the collection, because that really helps. It's a really good way of like getting sales when you've got a launch, is message the people that are already interested. So I'm going to do that now and I'll let you know how it goes. So here is my live screen on Shopify, and as you can see, like the numbers going up, and then this is a little bit later in the day when a few of the sales have come through, and I'm so grateful that the launch did so well. And 4 of the main pieces sold, and I think 3 of the smaller pieces sold. I've still got the 2 largest ones left. I think I've got about 4 of the the smaller ones left. Yeah, so 2 of the main pieces I've got left and 4 of the small ones. So more than half of the collection has sold. And as you can see, like today, this is everything that I took yesterday on this collection, which I'm really pleased with. So thank you so much. And I'll let you guys know how we get on Monday. Good morning and happy Monday. It's the start of a week. This Monday I've got a lot to do. I woke up this morning and I've got so much to do. I've got a lot of messages to get back to. I've had a few like parcels hold up at customs, which doesn't normally happen, so that's annoying, but as soon as I send the information, it's really fast normally, so that'll be fine. And just like loads of little things that I've got to do, like for the retreats that are coming up, the workshops that I'm doing, and then I've got a new collection that I'm starting today. I've got Sam coming to pack all the orders from the weekend. And yeah, just a lot going on today, so it's just a bit mental. So I'm going to share with you what I made over the weekend. So my launch is always like, I always say my launch is always like a Thursday to the Sunday, so that's like my launch days. And then obviously like, it'll still sell, the collection will still sell after that, like unless it's sold out in them days, which sometimes I do have. I'll put up on screen what I made over the weekend, which was over £2,000, so that's good. But I have had collection launches that have done a lot better. I definitely could not grumble at that. That's brilliant, especially for October, because it's one of my quietest months. You're probably thinking, what, a quiet month? 3 months before Christmas? But yeah, October's never brilliant for me. So I'm very, very, very happy with that. I want to do one of these where in like Christmas or spring, when it's my busiest time. Like spring, I'd say, is even busier than Christmas for me. I'd love to do a launch and like show you like what happens when it's like a really, really successful launch, because I'd love you to see like how crazy it is and how amazing it feels like to get them kind of sales, especially with when I restock my DIY kits in spring. It just goes crazy. I'd love to show you guys that, so I'll probably do one of them later in the year. But yeah, I just wanted to show you like what it's like to launch a new collection at probably the quietest time of year, and I'm just absolutely thrilled with how it's done. I always learn something from each collection launch as well, and this time I've learned that you guys probably want like for the bigger pieces to be around like the £200 mark rather than the ones that I've done that are like £500. So I'm keeping that in mind for next time, and then I'm going to do like, because it's Christmas, I'm going to do smaller ones that are around like the £40 range as well, and £60 range, like, so people could get them for gifts. And then I'll try and do some of the like just crystal ones as well, because they're good for Christmas. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this. If there's anything that I've missed and you think that I've not spoken about, please let me know. And if there's anything you would want to see from me, please also comment down below. Please like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm growing this channel. It's going to become a big part of my work, basically my business. Like I want YouTube and Patreon to be a really big part of my job now, because I've loved it for years and it's finally happening. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!